Training camp is underway. The players were back at it again as day 2 of phase 2 carried on. Training camp today starts now. Welcome into Training Camp Today, brought to you by Gillette. I'm Megan O'Brien. The players were back out on the field for day 2 of practice. Similar to yesterday, they wore t-shirts and shorts as they inch their way closer to padded practices. Those practices are expected to begin next week. As far as today's practice goes, there was a heavy emphasis on the running game. We saw all 4 quarterbacks involved in the handoffs, and we got to take our first look at rookie running back J.J. Taylor, along with second-year Damian Harris, and of course the veterans James White and Rex Burkhead. About halfway through practice, the specialists headed on down to the lower practice field to get some additional work in. That includes rookie kicker Justin Grollwasser. I bring that up because this is the first time the Patriots enter a season with a rookie kicker since 2006. Grollwasser is going to be one to watch as training camp progresses. As practice carried on, we did get to see the quarterbacks take some reps throwing. They threw particularly to tight ends. Now that's an intriguing position considering that the Patriots moved up to draft 2 tight ends back in the spring. We now welcome on a socially distanced Paul Pirillo from Patriots.com. Paul, as I mentioned in the open, the players spent a significant amount of time working on the running game, the quarterbacks doing the handoffs, and obviously all of the running backs involved. What did you take away from those drills?
Yeah, interesting to see such a heavy emphasis on the running game without pads, but everybody involved, as you mentioned in the open. Interesting to see Damian Harris. He's a guy with Sony Michel still on the active PUP. He's a guy I think we all expect to get some chances to run the ball. He got a lot of chances today along with Burkhead and White. And J.J. Taylor is a guy that I predict will be one of those preseason favorites. When people get a chance to hear about what he's been doing, I think he's a small guy, 5'6". He's going to be a fan favorite.
Bold prediction.
Absolutely.
Early on in the preseason. I like that. Now, a lot of eyes will be watching the safeties, especially as Patrick Chung has chosen to opt out of the 2020 season. And then the Patriots targeted a safety position with their second-round pick back in the spring. What did you notice from the safeties today at practice?
Yeah, it's similar. We talk about injuries with Sony Michel. Well, this is a guy opting out in Patrick Chung, and that allows for opportunities, right? So Adrian Phillips is a big-time free agent out of San Diego. The Chargers. I keep calling him San Diego. I think he'll get a chance probably to have a chance to start next to Devin McCourty. But Kyle Duggar, the second-round pick that you mentioned, Megan, I think he's going to have every opportunity to get into that rotation right away as a rookie. Really fluid athlete. Saw him returning some punts and some kicks. Looks like he's a very good athlete. We'll see if that translates to the back end of the defense, too.
Thank you, Paul, for your time. It's always good to have Paul Pirillo from Patriots.com on our show. Yesterday after practice, we got to hear from Damiere Byrd for the first time in a Patriots uniform. He spoke about how he hopes to solidify his role on offense and become a key contributor.
I like to be a consistent player, somebody who can make big plays and not only make big plays, but make the routine and consistent plays. Obviously, I'm a smaller guy, so I won't, do too many jump balls, things like that. But, I'm a player that'll do whatever it has to do for the team, regardless. Technique off the line, technique in the middle of the route, and then even finishing it. In this league, it's all about technique, and, football is a game of inches, so.
And while the players typically end practice getting in some conditioning work on the hill, today there was none of that. Instead, they gathered at the center of the field, got together in a circle, and all sang happy birthday to both Jason and Devin McCourty, who turned 33 today.